All right. Get over here, scientist. Not so smart now. And it's your boy Zero, everyone. We're back.
We're back. Hey, it's Nanners as well.
Episode 11 on our Crash for Let's Play. So, if you guys tuned in last time, you would have known that I goofed really badly. And that we recorded a couple of episodes and we did not record it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's it's unfortunate. It's definitely unfortunate, but at least we get to see a couple of inverted levels, and you're gonna get to see him fight a pretty cool boss fight. I really enjoyed that boss fight. It was fun to jump between the vortexes and stuff, but yeah, I mean you're gonna get to see the master do it instead. So we're gonna start off with this first. It's an inverted Tana level.
Well, actually, it's not inverted Tana. It's inverted level, and then we're going to do inverted Tana. I want to see if I can get through it quickly. So last time we were actually talking about childhood sweets that we really enjoyed. Nanners was eating a slice of homemade carrot cake.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been trying to. Again, I can't take credit for it because I didn't make it, but I'm probably gonna start kind of baking, at least like on a low level.
Some easy stuff, you know. You get an easy bake oven. You make those little mini cookies and shit. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about?
I mean, it's literally baking is so brain dead if you like just buy it from a box. That's all you have to do.
It kind of is. I mean, I've done some baking in the past. I just haven't done it a lot. Like I maybe did it like once or twice.
Yeah.
In like my teenage years when I had a chance.
Oh, I got another thing to share. This is something kind of experimental. So the whole reason I got into the carrot cake thing or the cake thing in general is just like, trying to. Every time you go to a store, you get a cake. It's just so sweet, and I don't like that. So I wanted to see if I can. Well, if I make it myself, I could control how much sugar is being put in there, or if at all. So that's kind of what got me into that. And then one day I had a bunch of bananas that were left over that were kind of nasty. They were like already getting pretty dark.
Ooh!
And nice save.
Yeah, thank you.
I was kind of thinking, I was like, man, it'd be such a shame to just throw out all those bananas. Like, what a waste. So I put them together, and I was thinking to myself, like, what can I do with these bananas that's actually gonna like salvage the use out of them instead of just throwing them all out? I remember there used to be these like kind of fruit roll-up type of thing I could buy at the store where it was just mushy bananas that they used, but because they reprocessed it, it was like actually tasty. Like, what if I do something with that? I found a recipe for DIY oatmeal banana cookies, and it's really easy.
Good.
Yeah, it's really easy. The first batch didn't come out very good, but that was because I put like 3 bananas. I basically put all of the bananas and a tiny bit of oatmeal. So it was too inconsistent. By the way, these DIY cookies are super brain dead because you literally just have to put them in the microwave. You don't even have to actually bake them.
Wow.
There's no egg in it. Yeah, there's no egg in it, so you just bake it. Like, I mean, you just cook it. You could cook it in the microwave. If you set it for a high enough time, it'll kind of harden them a little bit. And if you get the proportion of banana to oatmeal right, like I didn't the first time, they actually kind of solidify, and they weren't too bad. It's not like you're expecting like a cookie would be, but it was not bad. It's almost like a mushy banana patty, if that makes any sense.
That does sound pretty tasty. That might be something I might want to try one day.
Yeah. Yeah, you take a banana, mix it with some oatmeal. I put in raisins and like spices and stuff. I put in a little bit of milk too, and then just mix the crap out of it. You do gotta have a... Well, I guess you don't have to have a blender. I guess you could just use or a mixer. I guess you could just use like a fork or something and just, it'll take a long time, but you could do it. And then put it into the microwave in like little cookie shapes. Set that for like 2 minutes. Boom, you got like homemade weird cookies, and they were pretty good. I gotta say, the first one I tried, I was like, I don't know if this is the right idea. But then I basically ate all of them in one sitting, and I was like, man, this is pretty addicting. Yeah.
That's how it usually goes. You're like, hey, you know, this isn't that great. Oh wow, I just ate a whole bag.
This isn't that great. 10 minutes later, oh, do we have any of those left? Whoa, I ate them all.
It happens, you know?
Yeah, pretty much.
Talking about cookies, actually, and also nostalgia and sugar and bullshit. So I mentioned last time that the place where I first had carrot cake was in my elementary school during after school. And here's the death route that we talked about in the non-existent episode. So during these after-school sessions, I would be either given, you know, cake or carton of milk, maybe some chips or whatever, or these cookies. Now, there were these specific cookies that I really enjoyed back in the day. They were these, damn it, it wasn't caramel, it was butterscotch cookies. They were they come in these little plastic baggies, and they're colored depending on what they have. If it's red, it's chocolate chip. If it's orange, it was peanut butter. And if it was yellow, it was butterscotch.
Ooh.
You remember those?
Yeah, I remember that. I definitely remember those.
Oh my god, those butterscotch cookies left such an impression on me as a kid that when I finally moved back to the United States. After living in the Dominican Republic for 4 years and not having access to those cookies, I sought those cookies like a freaking monster. I needed them because they're crunchy as hell. You get 3 per pack. They're sweet. They're just tasty.
Nice save.
Thank you, by the way. I've never actually played this death route, so.
I'm starting to realize though. Wait, you said, was this the after school? Was this after school in New York or in the
New York?
Dominican Republic?
New York,
oh,
not
okay.
Dominican Republic.
Oh, because I was gonna say like, oh, I wasn't sure if I had those, but yeah, yeah, I remember cookies that they had in plastic bags, and like you said, depending on what the color of the bag was, would tell you what was in, like what type of cookie it was. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that really stood out. I remember fruit cups. I remember the milks were different colors too. But I remember that with the milks, it was the brown one was chocolate milk, which everybody went for.
Of course.
And then there was red and blue, but I didn't know what the difference between the red and blue was.
So it took me forever to figure out what the difference was, because as a kid you don't pay attention.
No.
As an
you don't
adult,
read labels as a kid.
Yeah, as an adult you end up learning. So when the pandemic started, I have this family member that works at elementary schools. And of course, all the cartons of milk and all the little fruit cups or whatnot, they were going to go bad. So the workers were just able to take them home, or they gave it out to people in the community. My mom and I were given 3 boxes of milk cartons, cut apples, and fruit cups. Like, I'm dead serious.
Nice.
When the pandemic started, that's what we got. And I started reading the labels. Of course, I drank the chocolate milk because, you know, you do that.
One's self-explanatory. It was the best one, and everybody loved it. It's chocolate.
Exactly. And then I saw the red and the blue ones. And they were white cartons, right? But with red or blue writing on it.
And like a little bit more red than just, it wasn't just straight white always.
Yeah.
I remember it being that way, but I could be wrong. I mean, that was a long time. That was a really long time ago.
It really was. So basically the difference... Yeah, there you go. The difference was red was whole milk, blue was reduced fat milk. That was it.
I figured. I didn't even know those concepts before, so it makes sense. But yeah.
Me neither.
The fruit cups are the best. I like getting a grape in there. I loved getting a grape in the fruit cups because it was like just a surprise. And the peaches too.
Oh, the peach fruit cups were the best.
Yeah. Sometimes
Fucking delicious.
Sometimes they even just gave us peaches outright instead of a fruit cup, so you could just get like, you know, little pieces of peaches. I'm trying to remember what else really stood out. Honestly, school lunch in America was never that special, and it definitely wasn't nutritious, but it wasn't anything too special. No, it was always burgers, chicken patties, which was fine, but the chicken, I mean, chicken meat is good, but it was fried and, you know, you put a bunch of ketchup on it and eating all this bread. It definitely wasn't
God.
a well-rounded meal for sure.
Very rarely did we really get access to like vegetables and shit as a kid. Like especially like in the 90s, like no.
They had spinach. In my school, they had spinach. However, a lot of kids, including myself, did not like the spinach, and I swear there was maybe like a student or two who would ever take the spinach, and no one else wanted it. And it's kind of a shame because as an adult, it's like, well, but spinach is good for you, or it's supposed to be good for you. But you know, I would even say it tastes good. As a kid, you just don't have those. You don't have that taste developed yet.
You don't have those taste buds.
No.
It sucks because as a kid I would have taken advantage more of some of those vegetables.
Yeah.
Because like you think about it now and you're like, I want to feel good. I want my body to work better.
I also they had steamed broccoli and carrots, which was nice. But then I also realized that like, man, the steamed broccoli and carrots were always kind of nasty. They had like this weird taste to them. I don't know what that was about.
Oh my god. I'm screwing up.
I gotta say, I'm almost forgetting that we're playing a game right now because we're just talking about food. Nice.
Go.
So this is one thing I don't know if, wait, did we cover this on the last episode? But one of the things you could do with the slow down time item mask is that you're able to, yeah, you're able to basically do away with nitro crates. They're not as bad anymore.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, they'll still kill you if you get touched, but because you're slowed down, you have an opportunity to set them off and escape.
That's right. It's something that we mentioned in our Lost episodes. Sorry, everyone.
Lost episodes. We're like the Super Mario Brothers. We got lost episodes.
Another thing we mentioned was the fact how I didn't like the controls in this section of the game that I'm playing right now. So in Crash 2, you were able to ride a polar bear just like this. However, the controls in that game were much tighter. Here I mentioned that they felt mushy, and Nanners described it as more slippery, which I have to agree. It's a weird feeling.
It's like cafeteria school lunch spinach. It's mushy and it's slippery.
Oh crap.
And also you may be wondering, why didn't he just jump? At that point you can't jump.
Yeah. If you look closely, you're sliding.
Yeah, you're
so
just sliding.
Poor polar bear can't even get up on his legs.
Nope.
Yeah, and another thing I don't like about this level is the fact how instead of having the polar bear actually trotting and running, you'll notice his animation, he's more waddling or like walking really fast.
This guy always notices the animations, but he's right. He's right. It looks kind of just like he's running really fast or walking really fast or maybe approaching running, but definitely not trotting. Trotting sounds more interesting. Sounds more like quirky.
Yeah, I mean,
a better fit.
It's annoying because they could have done it right. Like they could have done it right. They could have made the controls a little bit more intuitive, more tight, a little bit more interesting, but I don't know. I guess whoever programmed this section dropped the ball or just didn't pay too much attention to it.
Yeah, it happens. It's not really like the end of the world. But we also got an extra skin. Look at that.
That's right. So because of celebrating Crash and Coco's new game, they decided to release these new skins for us that we can now use in whatever level we play. So I'm going to go ahead and choose Bare Bones. We're going to jump right into this Tawna level.
Yeah, I gotta say, looking at all of the silhouettes of the other characters the other skins, excuse me, that can be unlocked, definitely makes me wish I was better at this game, and I want to like go back and collect all of them. That's pretty cool. That's a really nice incentive to go through this game. You know, just more skins.
I gotta tell you, it made me excited. Because in older Crash games, the only thing you get... Well, actually, not the only thing. the things you get for like unlocking, excuse me, all the collectibles or collecting everything and hitting all the boxes.
Jacket in the Bermuda quadrangle.
Quadrangle. You mentioned that in the Lost episodes. What's it called?
He's never gonna forget.
I'm not, because I hate the fact that I messed it up. What was I saying? Crap, what's wrong with me? I totally forgot.
It sounds like you need to have a nutritious, balanced school lunch.
Which, you know, we never actually had. No, I was actually talking about unlocking stuff in older Crash games. So
America was a mistake.
God, it was. Anyway, that's coming from two Americans. Fuck you guys. What was I saying? Yeah, so in older Crash games, you would actually get secret levels.
Dude, I just realized something before you say that. You could jump off of the second crate that you did and just go straight to the pad on the other side. The higher pad. You don't even need to deal with the one at the bottom.
Absolutely correct. I'm gonna remember that. Alright. Get over here, scientist. Not so smart now. Standing in the same place like a freaking idiot.
Wait. No. Never mind.
Yeah, dude, I'm not happy. I keep doing these stupid things.
Yeah, these tunnel levels are actually pretty cool, but it also makes me wonder if I don't want to say just yet because we haven't gotten up to that point, but what's coming up next? Because it seems like there's going to be a very similar setup for the next thing.
What do you mean?
I'll mention it later.
You mean for like Crash's next game?
No. We're about to face Cortex, and it kind of seemed like we were going to start working together. So I'm like, are we going to get to play as Cortex too?
Yes.
Yes! Nice. I like Cortex. Lex Lang.
That's right, Lex Lang. He's the voice of Cortex in the Crash games, and also Mr. Krabs.
Drinks with mini umbrellas.
That blew my mind. That blew my mind a little bit, because I didn't know that.
Again, it was mentioned, and
It was mentioned and it was discarded.
Unfortunately. Oh, missed that. Oh!
And you missed that.
Oh!
That's right. You got the checkpoints. That's all that matters now.
Yeah, the checkpoint is really a lifesaver in this game.
Oh, and I made this joke before. And if it happens again, I'll make the joke again. We got bare bones Tana.
A bare bones Coco and Crash. So if you guys look closely at the death animations, you'll see that you'll be able to see the bones of both Crash and Coco and Tana and Dingodile in certain instances.
Yeah.
So
the skins are literally that. Which it's not to say that's cool. That's a skin. There's no complaining about that, especially it was free. But yeah, it's definitely just an observation we wanted to mention for the folks at home.
Oh god, I didn't time it right.
I'm sorry, that was too slow.
That was too stupid.
That too.
Oh.
Every time someone gets a retro death in a video game, I just can't help but think of God rest his soul, Alex Trebek, going, "Ooh, I'm sorry, that wasn't fast enough. Ooh, I'm sorry, you were too late on that." You know how he always used to go, "I'm sorry you didn't answer in the form of a question."
Yeah, that was painful. When you're watching that show and you're like, "Oh, come on, it's an easy answer," and they get it right. They just didn't do it right.
In the form of a question, yeah. There was this one commercial where they had him at a party. That commercial was awesome. I think it was like a Super Bowl commercial, and it was like he would be the most annoying person at a party. But yeah, unfortunately he recently passed away, so that sucks.
Was it due to COVID or old
I'm
age?
not 100% sure. I don't remember, but it was recent. And the crazy thing was, if anybody is a fan of old SNL, which should be a lot of you, because old SNL was great, he died right after or right before Sean Connery died. And there was kind of like that meme about Will Ferrell playing Alex Trebek and some guy from SNL playing Sean Connery. Yeah. You didn't watch SNL?
I did watch SNL, just not a lot of old SNL.
I see. You should watch it. It's. I know you. I know your sense of humor, dude. You would love it. I know you would love it.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. I mean, it's got Will Ferrell.
Indeed.
Speaking of Will Ferrell, as we sometimes do on the channel.
Fuck my life. Oh, cool. They put me here.
That's not related to Will Ferrell. That's just related to you. Fucking your life.
Damn it. Well,
We gotta do the polar bear thing again.
Yep. So we
More
meant.
polar bear.
So the thing about these Tawna and Dingledao levels is that they're just sort of half Dingledao and Tawna and then half Crash and Coco. Which I don't hate, but I kind of feel that it would have been a better bang for our buck if we had full levels with just them.
Yeah, out of all of these, I think I'm gonna enjoy Cortex the most, so I'm gonna probably be pretty disappointed when that happens too. I bet. When you only get half a Cortex level and then half is Crash or Coco.
I will tell you this though, his levels are a lot of fun because it changes up the gameplay completely.
Oh, sweet. It's a puzzle game now.
It is a little bit more puzzly.
It's a crossword puzzle.
I'm not a fan of those.
You just open up the New York Times.
Oh god,
Go all
that's
the way to the
sad.
back.
When you got nothing else to do in like an office or whatever, back before the times of freaking smartphones and shit, you just open up the New York Times. Oh, what's the next crossword puzzle? Yay, my life is so exciting.
I gotta say, one note for the people that made this game. This in N.Verted kind of sucks because like at least on 3 occasions, I've seen your screen be completely covered by a one of those word bubble thingies that says wham, kablow, whack, or something like that, and you just can't see, so you don't know where to land.
Here's the thing though, this type of filter is only available in like these levels. So in the next couple of levels, they're gonna have a completely different filter for the inverted levels. It could be black and white, and then whenever you spin, you get more color into the world, like you splash some paint over it. And that's how they'll do it. All right, so we got a little bit of time left. Let's go ahead and try to beat Cortex real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and switch back over to Crash and do this inverted, of course.
Wow. Wow, you're gonna do it inverted?
Yeah,
Well, best of luck to you.
that's right. It's gonna be a toughie.
You're just in one room, so at least that's a little bit easier. It's not like you go any. It's not like you really do any platforming. I gotta say, I actually really enjoyed this fight. It was really fun, and I figured out some pro strats that
Yeah, I'm gonna use.
yeah, you could totally if you pay attention to the line on the floor, and you stop moving before it comes to your like level, like to your proximity, like to where you are, horizontally speaking. You could totally just pass through the purple vortexes in between them. And there's this one point where if you get them, you could do it like 4 or 5 times back to back and you feel like a boss.
I remember when you were starting to get the hang of it, and I'm like, oh, dude, good shit.
This guy had a chance to capture my 1 MLG moment in this whole playthrough. That's probably never gonna happen again because the levels are gonna get harder and I'm gonna get shittier. And it's gone. It's all gone.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. You can apologize to my tears.
To your tears.
Yes, to my tears. So, also, I don't think I got this far this fast. That's for sure. So, this is the part I was talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, this gets real tough.
Middle side. You got to do it precise. If you do it precise, you could totally get it. There you go. Yeah. And then the next one. Yep. And then the last one. Yep. Ah, first try. Very nice.
Well, I don't know about
unfortunately-
first try completely, but
Unfortunately, you do have to. Yeah, you do have to hit it. We noticed this kind of thing where the pattern could be really nice to you, or it could be really shitty. It's really nice if he shows up, the little robot that you gotta bounce at, Cortex, shows up early, and it's really shitty if that doesn't happen.
Oh, quite literally.
Yeah,
I
because
watched
then-
Nanners die over and over again trying to figure this shit out, and I'm like, I'm so glad it's not me. But you pulled through. You freaking did it.
Yeah, I did what I could. This is the hardest part. All these missiles are crazy. Then the everything else. The everything else is just a nightmare.
It's a nightmare and a half, is what it really is. Whoa, God!
And then you gotta duck through this. And also you have to keep walking so you're gonna get hit by missiles. And he got very lucky. The robot shows up very early. Unfortunately, he walked away from it. But that's not gonna matter now because he was able to hit it without touching the green disc. And that's it. Yeah. If the robot shows up early, you don't have to go through another pattern. There were times when I would go through like 2 patterns, and then the robot shows up, and by that point I just perished.
Yeah.
Yo, good job, dude. You did that in like a minute. You did it in like a minute.
So here's the worst part, and I'm so sorry for everybody watching at home, but we don't get to see the
cutscenes.
the
really?
cutscene. Yeah. So the cutscene for this, because it's inverted, apparently we don't see it. I don't know why.
They should have
So
just showed you the inverted cutscene.
so what I'm gonna do is I'm probably gonna try to find the cutscene specifically and just jam it in here.
Not again! Blasted bandicoots! Must we keep going around and around like this? Tell me, Crash, is this all there is? Forever? No.
I knew you would be unable to handle this simplest of tasks.
Gloat all you want. I quit. If you need me, I'll be on a tropical island somewhere. Alone.
How fortunate. You see, I no longer have need for our alliance. I found a new partner and a new plan.
You were scheming behind my back?
Of course. The rift generator has capabilities beyond your eager imagination. You were content to simply rule over space and time, but I'd rather start from scratch. Erase it all. Wipe the slate clean. I'm going to reset the timeline and rebuild it to my liking. I will become a god, which means you won't exist. And neither will those feather-brained masks or those meddling marsupials.
Wiped from existence by that pompous peacock? I'd like to see him try after I shove that tuning fork up his...
But not if we get to him first.
It appears we have a common enemy. Perhaps there's a way out of our endless cycle after all. Huh? Okay.
However, one thing that we did get, because I beat this level in Inverted, is a special skin for Coco.
Oh, okay.
Fake Coco.
Fake Coco.
And here's her normal.
Nice.
So you can see like what makes her the fake Coco, which
Fake. Is there fake Crash?
of course there's a fake Crash skin, and it's this one, but to unlock him, we need to go to building bridges and beat that and get
7 of the
seven
gems.
of the gems, yeah. But yeah, I think that's it. I think we're
That's pretty much it.
yeah.
That's pretty much it. I have one question for you.
What?
Are you recording?
Yes, we are recording because I'm looking at the blinking red light right now.
That's good. That's good. That's the way it should be. That's the way it should be.
Yes.
No, it's okay. I'm busting Zero's chops, but
Please do. You gotta bust my chops because I gotta remember this. I
Yeah,
gotta
no,
remember
it's-
not to fuck it up again.
We haven't done this in a while, so when you kind of like a lot of time passes, you forget the flow, and you know these things come up. But we're glad that we were able to at least get these 2 episodes. I think they came out pretty good regardless, and I'm always happy to watch along as Zero plays some Crash, and we'll get to do more on the next episode.
That's right. We're now going prehistoric in the next episode, and these levels are quite fun. I think you will enjoy them. And as you can see, Cortex is right up ahead, so that's where we're gonna experiment with him.
Can't wait for that.
Anyway, thanks once again, everyone, for coming to our channel, watching our videos, enjoying our content. Make sure you slap that like button. Leave us a comment below. Did you ever have those amazing cookies at school? Which milk was your favorite? Of course, it's chocolate, but yeah, once again, do you like Lex Lang? Is he cool?
Is he the voice of all of the suffering of your childhood?
Not mine.
At the hands of Cortex.
Not mine, but to some other people, probably. Anyway, everyone, have a great day. See you next time.
Later.